Good morning, good afternoon, and or evening, and welcome back to the Den and to another Dirty Casual Tries video where today we're here ready to fight. We're gonna light up the night. We're gonna give it all you can take. We're gonna make the whole world shake. That's right, today we're not just, trying to really badly sing from the Star-Lord soundtrack, but we are checking out Star-Lord on today's Dirty Casual Tries videos. Now, I've already taken a look at his abilities, but we need to take a look at them together. Now, he does, we're just going to get this out the way, he does have the same passive ability that Mantis and Adam Warlock have. He's got the Cocoon ability, so if he's playing with Adam, Adam can anchor and allow him to do that. Then he has his element guns. Now he shoots two pistols at the same time, and as you can see, it's a really fast fire rate. He's also got a pretty quick reload. He only has 40 shots in the mag though, and as you can see, here in just a second, it's going to drain pretty darn quickly. Oof. So you can chew through his ammo pretty quick. Fortunately, he does have a quick reload. Now for his alternate attack, we have the little dodge mechanic here, the Stellar Shift, right? And that will reload his guns and make him invulnerable while he's dodging. It also says unstoppable, so I'm guessing he's immune to like movement-based debuffs, effects, stuff like that. But it still allows him to reload even more quickly and allows him to dodge some damage. Then we have the spaz out and attack in every direction attack that I'm sure you're aware of. That is Blaster Barrage. Now, once this goes on a cooldown, it goes on a cooldown for 8 seconds, but it does allow you to hit a group of enemies and deal pretty good damage from what you can see. Something that I did not mention about the Stellar Shift is that you get 2 charges before it goes on a cooldown, and when it does go on a cooldown, it's still a pretty quick cooldown. But you don't want to have to necessarily wait on the cooldown, right? Just like you don't want to have to wait on a cooldown for Blaster Barrage, so you do need to make sure that you're managing the use of that. From what I can see here, it's going to be a really good finisher type move. Now, he does have the ability to move around similar to Iron Man, similar to Phoenix, more similar to Phoenix than Iron Man because he's more of a boots on the ground guy, and then he can take to flight with his rocket boots. He does have a little meter over here that you can look out for so you can avoid having to recharge if you run out of it completely. And you can combine your flight with your dodges to kind of extend the time you can be in the air a little bit. From what I can see here, he doesn't have a slow fall ability, so when you drop, you're going to drop pretty quick, right? And then the last thing, of course, is when Star-Lord becomes... Yes. When he becomes legendary. Now, his ultimate, it says it locks onto enemies in sight. From what I can see from the animation, though, once he activates it again here in just a second, he's going to basically shoot at wherever your mouse cursor is kind of hovering closest to that has an enemy you can damage. It does a sort of auto lock on and auto tracking, right? So, all in all, he doesn't have a lot of abilities. He doesn't have a lot of cooldowns to have to manage. But he is a zippy zappa zoopidin zipping all around kind of character. Now, after looking at his abilities as in a Dirty Casual, the biggest thing that I think I'm going to have to focus on is making sure I don't get overextended, that I can get back to cover, utilizing cover well, making sure I'm near supports so that way I can get near them, get some heals before I kind of try to lash out at people, trying to stay alive as long as possible to build up as much super energy as possible so I can spam that as often as I can. I feel, thinking about his abilities, of course this is just a feeling, I feel like he's going to be more of like a Scarlet Witch kind of character. I'm gonna not necessarily want to try to solo go around for deep flanks unless I've got some abilities ready to go, but I'm going to want to hang out near my team. Yeah, I'm going to want to hang out near the team, kind of hang around where the supports are going to be throwing out heals, hanging out where my tank is going to be blocking damage, and then lash out from there. Maybe do a dive if we break the enemy team and they're starting to have to pull back and we're pushing up. Maybe then go for a backline dive, but I get the feeling I'm going to be hanging around my team a lot as Star-Lord. But how is my first game going to go as the most legendary pirate ever known? Let's find out. looks like we got multiple other deep. Wow, everybody's going DPS except for our one support, which is going to be Ultron. This might be a bit painful. This might be a bit painful. There's a lot of team ups that could be activated, but we don't have any team ups activating. Okay, cool. We got a second support, Cloak and Dagger. This could turn out to be better. Now, I didn't use the Star-Lord costume just because I like the base skin a little bit better. And also, I don't know the code. There's just something about the code. Okay. So that lasts a good bit. I would have expected it to drain at least a little bit faster. Now we're going to want to make sure we're utilizing vantage points so we got cover. Okay. Okay, that's a pretty fast fire rate and that's a pretty quick reload. I don't have a lot of long range ability usage outside of just attacking, so... Okay, I saw a Phoenix there. Looks like they might have a BP. Oh, okay, yeah, we just took him out really quick, like. Okay, we can use it like a double jump. We can also use our dash like a double jump. Okay, now it looks like his attacks kind of come from the bottom left. Okay, we got a BP we got to worry about. Let's hang near cover, because we can hear him up on the left there. Okay, we're getting a bit close. Get out of here, Spider-Man. Get out of here, Pete. Oh yeah, that was a good timing by Black Panther right there. That was good timing. He waited for his move. I was focusing on other people. Where is the rest of my team? Though, looks like they're all hanging out back on point, so that's where I'm going to need to get back to as quick as I can.
Oh, did you see that?
You need to stop that vehicle.
Yep. Come on, come on, Ultron. Okay, so I cannot use the dash to like get away from somebody that's right up on me. It's like a way to juke them. Of course, I had multiple people on me.
Let's try this again.
Okay, 1 and 2, not doing so good, but our team is getting kind of pushed all over. We're getting attacked here by Ultron as well. Oh, they are all just pushed right up on us, huh? Okay. Okay, we took out the tank. Okay. Yep. It's going to come down to a combination of us kind of working together here. Oh, and there goes Phoenix. Okay. Let's see if we can't focus Ultron, right? Okay. We got C&D up here with us. So we don't necessarily need to fight their main force. Yeah, we need to look at these, looking at stuff like this. Where did he go? There he is.
Tremble before blast!
Oh, he just solo ulted me. He just wanted to solo ult me. Instead of going after our Cloak and Dagger, you decided to go after me. Okay, that was a bit of a different choice. I'm not sure I would have made that choice as Black Panther, but hey, maybe it's what wins. And it looks like they might be. Okay, we want some other bodies here. We got an ult ready to go, but we don't want to just burn it off. Okay.
The Amazing Spider-Man!
Yeah, that was just a group effort right there. Okay, so I was able to use the dodge to kind of get away. The flight mode, though, it takes a second to be able to activate it once you do something like a dodge, so you can't just, like, dodge and then immediately... Okay, and that was... I thought that would be a good ult because they were all just kind of lined up in there, but they're also stacked up in there, so they got healing going, right?
Oh, did you see that?
We do got a lot of mobility, but we don't have a tank. And that seems like it is kind of hurting us in this moment.
Oh, thought you had me.
Okay, cool. Nice. You're just gonna keep going after me and only me, huh, BP? And you're dead for it. You should have gone after a more important character. Instead of one of the deeps. Okay, so definitely a finisher, not something I want to try to lead off with. But we were able to draw her out. Okay, now we got a Bucky over here.
Oh, sweet moves, right?
They are just going to be focusing me. I should have dodged to the right. But yeah, it seems like a bit of a team diff here. Although I do like how I'm able to move around and I'm able to kind of... well, I mean, it's kind of hard to fight multiple people, right, at the same time when you only got 250 health. But I do like how I'm able to kind of disengage my movement and kind of reclaim moving a little bit. Like, it's not something that I can do a lot of really quickly, right? Oh, and you do have to activate it. I was kind of expecting it to stop there, but my momentum carried me forward, and, well, with other characters, you kind of have to hold down the shift to activate their ability. Probably a setting in the character menu.
Oh, they do not look happy. Oh, did you see that?
We'll go back for some help, because we can't count on our freaking support. And so we can avoid that kind of stuff. But we lost, ultimately. They were able to get the convoy thing to the end there. Alright, now I'm going to throw everybody a thumbs up there, because this was my first game of Star-Lord. Oh, I didn't realize we had a symbiote Groot in there somewhere. Must have swapped towards the end. Yeah, especially from that damage block. Must have swapped towards the end. Probably a bit too late of a swap, but it happens. Now let's see how we did. I went 7, 6, and 0. I dealt second most damage on the team. I blocked the second most damage on the team too, which is a bit surprising. My accuracy was low, but I was kind of expecting that with how rapidly Star-Lord shoots, right? He spits off a lot of rounds really quickly. And, well, that's that game. Let's check out the highlight. Okay, yep, this is when we were in midpoint. I take out Phoenix here. We were pushing them back. I was keeping the pressure on their one support, Ultron. Of course, I say they're one support. Yep, that was the only support they had the entire game. Well, imagine that. Bit of a short game, but as in a dirty casual, after playing one game with Star-Lord, I really like his mobility. Even boots on the ground, moving around on foot, he feels really competent in terms of speed. It doesn't feel like he's slow or sluggish or like I'm depending upon his jet boots to really get around. They do definitely help out, but I'm not depending on them to get around. I like his dodge. I like being able to I can dodge up, kind of break cover from being attacked by multiple enemies. It obviously doesn't work out so well, but if I was engaging that Spider-Man by himself, I feel like I would have been able to like dodge, kind of zip away with the jet boots, maybe do another dodge to kind of be able to counterplay him pushing up on me. I felt like I dealt really good damage. Well, good damage for shooting off your, blowing your entire load of a clip all in one go. I felt his ultimate was pretty powerful. I was doing a lot of damage. Of course, I didn't really get any kills with that ult. I figured everybody being lined up in there, I'd be able to get a bit more damage off, knock some people out pretty quickly, but being tied up in there, I'm guessing Ultron's little bit of healing there was able to kind of compensate for things. Plus, their Emma was doing a good job with their shield. He feels good. He feels confident. He feels competent as like a character. Like he doesn't have any major drawbacks as a character or major deficiencies. I did try to stick around the team there a little bit. There were instances when I got pulled off to the side, and even getting pulled off to the side, I felt like I was able to at least Star-Lord by himself kind of be able to handle fighting, somebody pushing up on him or trying to, say, fight and get away from multiple people. But of course, there was a bit of a team diff in this game, so we're going to have to play some more games before we truly know. But all in all, I really liked the character. This was definitely one of the Dirty Casual Tries videos I was going into, where I was kind of putting this character off because I knew I was probably going to like him, so I was just trying to save him for the end. That's why it took so long to get to Star-Lord. Anything wrong with the character or him as a character, right? I meant like abilities or just the character. But it's really hard to tell, ultimately, what I could have done better or, what wasn't so strong because of the team diff. So I'm going to be depending on you guys down in the comments below to let me know, how could I have played better with Star-Lord? How could I have picked out, maybe some better vantage points? Was there better flanking routes I could have tried? Was I correct in wanting to hang around the team? Or is this an instance in which I wanted to pretty much fly solo? Let me know in those comments down below. If you can't think of a comment, well then leave a vote for who you think we should try next. Only got 3 DPS characters left: Namor, Bucky, and Punisher, Frank. So let me know who you want to see next in the comments down below, and I'm going to be doing that at Dirty Casual Tries live this Friday on Friday Night Rivals, looking like it's going to be somewhere between 7:30 and 8. I'm not 100% sure on the boot up time, but it'll be somewhere in that half-hour window, 7:30 to 8 Eastern Time this Friday. And then, of course, we'll still be playing some more Marvel Rivals on Den Time on Saturday mornings before we check out some more Claire Obscure Expedition 33, doing a playthrough on Steam because I originally played through on Xbox. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your day. Like, share, and subscribe, people. You know you should.